What's up? How's it going, guys? This is Pixel Freaks and I'm Kingcross, bringing you another game review. This time it's on Hitman. At first I should say the game isn't fully released yet due to the format it's being released in. So they've gone for the episodic format and I haven't got a problem with that. Episodic games can be good if they're done right. Look at Telltale Games, they're like the obvious example of how it's done properly. They release each episode, it's only a few quid and it grips you on each one and you want to come back for more. And I don't think anyone minds episodic games, it's just as long as they give value for money. Telltale Games give you value for money because, as I say, it's just a few quid and it's good enough to warrant that. Hitman isn't. And I'll tell you why I thought that in this game review. So you can choose how you buy it. You can either do the intro pack, which is what I did, £11.59, that'll set you back, and that is the Paris episode. Or you can get the full experience, which is what they call it, not me, which is £44.99, but that is essentially a pre-order at the minute because you can only play the Paris mission and all the contracts and escalations, side missions and sorts, but that's all available in the intro pack as well, so you get exactly the same content at the moment in the intro pack and the full package. So don't go and buy the full package. If you really want to play Hitman, you can get the intro pack for £11.59. I'd strongly recommend doing that if you want to get a taste of it. Do not go and spend 45 quid on this. Now, the thing that pissed me off about Hitman the most disappointing thing by far, is the length of it. And the fact that they told you it was an episodic game. They made out as if these were going to be episodes, and by that you think you're going to get a variety of missions, maybe 3 or 4 different missions, different targets to kill in each city. You get one mission. One mission. Now they'll probably say, yeah, but you get all the side contracts and you get escalation missions, and why don't you just go and play them? Fuck off. I bought the game so I could get a good story and get a few missions at least in different locations around Paris, not one fucking location. Now they give you these little 2 tutorial missions at the beginning, but you only get the one story mission, the Paris mission. If these are all going to pan out like that and each location they give you is going to be one mission, then I will not be buying them. I won't be buying them. They need to give more. They need to give like 3. If they give like 3 different missions on each location, I wouldn't be so fussed about paying £11.59 for it. Now I am being a bit harsh. Let's look at the good things in Hitman. It is a fun game to play. The variety you've got at your disposal to kill your contracts is really good. There's so much there. You've got so much choice. So many ways you can take out a contract. And thanks to that, it does add some replay value to it. Although I didn't really find myself going back to it too much. I did try a few of the contracts and the escalations missions. The graphics themselves, they're pretty average. They're okay. Nothing really stood out. It's not that special in today's terms. It's just okay. So when you have a great game, it doesn't rely on just one strong feature to make it good. Great games have got a lot of good things about them. And if you pull one of those things away, it's still a great game. Hitman, it's only kind of got the one really good thing about it, the ace up its sleeve if you will, and that's the variety of ways and the choice you've got to kill your contracts. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it fun to play. If it wasn't for that, the game would be boring as hell. It would be so dull. It'd be a shit game, if I'm being honest. If I'm being brutally honest, it'd be a shit game. Thankfully though, that variety does save it. Usually you'll, if you're smart, you'll just go up behind people and take them out quietly. Or if you're like me, then you'll want to grab the nearest object, in this case a hammer, then just give it the old, "You alright mate, what are you cooking there, some soup?" And when you take advantage of the different ways to kill your contract, it's so satisfying when you actually pull off the execution. There's this one really cool bit where your contract in the Paris mission it's the perfect opportunity. He's sitting at the bar, he's having a drink. So I killed some fucking barman, took his clothes off, shoved him in a fucking freezer, and walk over to the contract. I'm like, "You alright mate, what can I get you?" And he's like, prick, he's like, "You know what you're doing, make me a bare knuckle boxer." So I'm like, "Yeah, I'll make you a fucking bare knuckle boxer mate, just see how this tastes, this will knock you the fuck out." And he's like, "Ah, finally a professional." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's right bitch, you're about to see how professional I really am." So whilst he's not looking, sneak a bit of rat poison in his drink, and then I'll let nature take its course for a bit. So I follow the twat into the bathroom, and he's chucking up, he's throwing his guts up. But just before he has the sweet release of death, I drown him in his own fucking sick in the toilet. Get in there, you bastard! Pretty fun, right? And it is wicked when you pull off the execution well. And there are a bunch of different ways to do it. So you could be walking through the level, and you'll stumble across a conversation, and then opportunity will pop up. And you don't have to do them, but they make it more fun rather than just going in and shooting them with a pistol. That'd be pretty boring. So, and some of the ones are really fun actually. They're quite imaginative. I think they try to influence you to do certain missions in a certain way. The way they sort of place their opportunities, I think they're trying to sort of get you to do it a certain way, but you don't have to. Now, the game is always online. Why? Why do they do that? Because then you're asking for trouble. Things like this are going to happen. Sick! Fucking shit game. Now, I would talk more about the escalations and the contracts missions available to you in the game, but there's not really much to talk about, honestly, there's not. All it is really is user-created levels, user-created variations of the same level, I should say, that you've just played. You can't do a different level, it's still in the Paris mission. Everything looks the same, it's just that someone else will paint a target and give you certain goals in order to kill that target, so ways to kill them, what weapons to use, etc. I had one go on each of the modes, and to be honest I got bored, so I stopped. The main game, the actual story mode, is the most fun out of all of the modes. As I say, I did have a lot of fun on it at times, and it's actually quite challenging. I did die quite a few times trying to finish it, but I did complete it, and that comes to the end of this review. So we're going to give it a score based on what it is right now as the intro pack. When the second one comes out in April, I'll probably review that as well. Hopefully they do more than the one mission though, but I'm not sure that that's going to happen. But for now, this is the review of Hitman, the intro pack, and I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. So it's a little above average, it's not a bad game, it has fun parts in it, but it needs improvement if it's going to get any more than a 6. So let's wait and see what the next episode pans out, but for the intro pack at least, it's a 6 out of 10 for Hitman. Motherfucker!